News.
Your most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Brett Thackeray.
Hi, everybody. Well, after a pretty wild day yesterday with some hail and wind damage across the region, this morning we still have some breezy conditions along with a mix of sun as it comes up and a few clouds. It's still going to be windy today and cooler, too, with highs only in the 50s. Tomorrow looks great, maybe the best day of the week, and then a warmer Easter weekend is upon us, which is good news for many. So we go from Waynesboro to Millersburg, same type of sky, cloudy, yes, but as I mentioned earlier, I do think the sun will come out, especially as we wear into the afternoon. This morning, we had a few showers over the mountains, just some sprinkles and some snow showers across the northern part of the state, thanks to this northwest flow. I think that those will be waning here as the sun does come up. Temperatures in the 30s off to the north and west. Locally, low to mid 40s. Not horrible, but it is colder than yesterday by a significant amount, 15 to 20 degrees. Remember, we started the day in the low 60s, got into the mid 60s, and then started to tumble again last night. Notice the wind speeds, 15 to 20 miles an hour. They are still healthy, and they're going to remain healthy throughout the day. Doppler radar, as I mentioned, quieting down for now, but that was not the case yesterday. Look at all the storm reports that we had. Now, a lot of the wind damage reports were not from thunderstorms, and most of the hail was sub-severe, but we did have about a half-inch hail reported in Colonial Park just after 5 o'clock last night, and in Palmyra, the hail was about 1/4 of an inch in diameter. So it did come down in some of these colder core thunderstorms. Non-thunderstorm wind damage in Shiremanstown. A large oak tree was blown down from the winds behind this front. And then multiple trees and wires down in Dover yesterday at about 2 o'clock. So there was plenty of trees and I think some roofs that were blown off yesterday from the winds. We talked about it yesterday morning. They gusted over 45 miles an hour, and today they could gust over 35 miles an hour. So partly sunny, cool and windy with a high of 52 tonight. Because the wind's back down and we're going to clear out significantly, we do anticipate a frost, if not a freeze. And part of that is because we still are located within this big trough. Look at on the water vapor loop here. This cold air really diving down right from Canada, and this post-frontal trough really doing its thing, helping us out by bringing in this colder air. Now, this warm ridge over the Rockies, that's going to push the trough out and eventually replace it. Look at some of the numbers. 50 in Denver, much warmer than us this morning at 43. Chicago's only at 36. Amarillo, Texas, and San Antonio, both warmer. So that ridge is coming. And it's going to be here starting tomorrow and then into the weekend, a big-time warm-up. So cool today, low 50s. Tonight we dip down, again, into the freezing territory. So if you have sensitive plants and they're already out there, cover them up or bring them into the garage because it's going to be cold tomorrow morning. But we bounce back into the low 60s tomorrow. And tomorrow looks like a great day despite the fact that there is the frost potential. Frost advisories hoisted for tonight, 30 to 35 degrees overnight. Winds. Now, they're going to be howling later today. No way around it. Over 20 miles an hour at times. They do calm down a bit tomorrow. Excuse me, maybe only slightly breezy tomorrow as we look ahead into Thursday, and then the winds are back Friday. But Friday's breeze will get us into the 70s because it's coming from the other direction, from the southwest. So a mix of clouds and sunshine today. More sun as the afternoon wears on. We clear out tonight. That's going to lead to that frosty start tomorrow potentially. But the afternoon looks good. We get back up into the low 60s. And how about Friday? I think Friday's turning out to be a pretty nice day. We'll get some clouds here and there, but I think the sun will win out eventually. We get into the 70s. Nothing to complain about there. It looked cloudy earlier in the week. Now I think it's going to be more sunny. This ridge really starts to build in. Look at this thing. The heights climb up in the upper levels, and that means we warm up. And I want to point something out. Even after Easter, notice what happens here. Instead of a wavy, what we call a meridional pattern, which means more north and south, we have a west to east flow, which is what we call a zonal pattern. And that means temperatures are going to be pretty consistent in the 70s from here on out, which looks nice. Saturday evening, there may be a couple of showers. Sunday looks dry, but I do think we're going to see clouds increase now because this front sort of pushes back in on Monday with a few scattered showers. So when we look at our precip chances, it doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of rain, unfortunately, over the next week. That's not going to help with our drought. I do think Saturday evening, and again, next Monday, there could be a few stray showers. Today's going to be cool and windy, 52. Tomorrow looks like the best day of the week, but Friday is going to come close because I think Friday will be warmer now. How about 80 on Saturday? A lot of clouds, some showers by the evening. Sunday, looking warmer. Easter up to 72 now. And as I mentioned, we're going to kind of stay right around 70 degrees heading into next week. So loving that, and I'm glad we finally get a warm weekend. I've been getting sick of sitting out in the chill and the rain watching soccer and baseball and everything else I have to do.
Yeah. It's just,
I'm over it. I'm over the cold. I'm over the wind. I'm over the rain.
Yes.
Well,
yes, and
today,
yes.
yesterday and today, we had all of those. Tomorrow, we turn a corner.
Beautiful.
Ready for
Get
it.
ready. Yep.
Let's take a look at